Hello everyone, Happy New Year to you. Welcome to my channel for Business Excellence Tools and Techniques. I'm Indu Singhal, your Business Transformation Guide. To begin with, I'm going to make a recap of the entire list of topics that we're going to handle while understanding strategy. So for this, I'll share with you my screen. As discussed in our earlier session, we've already completed alignment with vision and mission. We also discussed values. In today's session, we will understand stakeholder expectations. Now, while we are at it, I would also like to run through the entire flow chart in order to understand how to develop a strategic focus. So as you can see, we start with the vision, mission, and values. Today, we will understand external and internal stakeholders. In a future session, we'll look at internal and external factors that impact our business. All of these will result in developing the strategy map. Once the strategy map has been developed, then we will go on to identify what initiatives will be required to be deployed in order to attain our strategic objectives. And in order to understand what objectives we have to attain, we will then list out the key performance indicators, which are in brief called KPIs. So let's get started today with external and internal stakeholders. Now, before I do that, I'd like you to think about what are the internal and external stakeholders that come to your mind. So you may want to pause this video at this juncture to put down your own thoughts on a piece of paper. I assume that you've done that little piece of work on your own. Let us now see what I have on my list. So we begin with the obvious one, which is customer, but we also have suppliers and regulatory bodies. And on internal stakeholders, we have employees and group companies. I'll explain each parameter one at a time. Let's begin with the most important one, which is customers. As you're aware, customer expectations can be varied. You may want to offer them an apple and they may want it diced. You may want to give them apple juice and they may want orange juice. And in addition to that, we have competition which interweaves their needs and expectations already. As if that weren't enough, technology offers innovative solutions. So where are we going with all this? So what we need to do is build a dialogue with our customers. In order to do that, let's first identify what are the various communication channels that are available to us in order to communicate with our customers. So I've listed down a few channels, as you can see on your screen, and the most popular ones and most commonly found ones are, of course, the customer surveys and customer focus groups. Now, when you're looking at any communication between your customer and you need to ensure that you get all the probe areas marked. So what do we mean by probe areas? Probe areas are really those areas which interest the customer and help to add value to you as an organization to understand their expectations in those areas. So for example, we have brand image, product and service quality, value for money, customer service, shopping experience, customer journey checkpoints, after sales service, customer engagement, and customer loyalty. Now, once you have gathered data on all of these points, you need to do an analysis. Now, the analysis can be done in many fashions. Some people like to use a 4-point scale of simply agree, agree strongly, disagree strongly. Some others may want to use a 10-point Likert scale from 1 to 10, where 1 is least satisfied and 10 is most satisfied. No matter which method of analysis we use, we end up with an analysis that helps us to identify their areas for concern and their satisfaction drivers. So I put down as an example 3 main areas of concern and 3 areas of satisfaction. I now move to our next category of external stakeholders, which are the suppliers. And some of the probe areas that I've identified for you are transparency, communication, accessibility, reliability, financial terms, timeliness of payments, ease of doing business, and business continuity. We'll run the same exercise as we did for the customers and try to analyze the data and identify their main areas of concern and main triggers of satisfaction. I've put them over here for you. 3 areas of concern include delay in payments, financial terms, and business continuity. And some areas of satisfaction include transparency, communication, and ease of doing business. So this is how we do our analysis for the supplier group. And having completed suppliers, we now move on to regulatory bodies. So who are regulatory bodies? Regulatory bodies include government organizations or even other organizations which may not be necessarily government, but those which lay down rules and regulations. So they could be associations, they could be any kind of body which can impose restrictions on a business on the way it conducts itself or follows certain rules and regulations and protocols in order to deliver its products and services to its customers. And these probe areas would include ethical business, timely reporting, social responsibility, environmental impact, workplace impact, and market standing or image. And much the same way that I did in the earlier examples, here as well, we'll identify areas of concern and areas of satisfaction. I've listed down 3 each. Concerns are timely reporting, environmental impact, and social responsibility, whereas areas of satisfaction are ethical business, workplace impact, and market standing. Now, these are all hypothetical examples that I'm giving. These need not be the end all result for each organization. Now that I've completed the discussion on external stakeholders that impact our business, let us move on to our internal stakeholders. As you may recall, the internal stakeholders include employees and group companies. So we take the first group at one time, which is that of employees. So the probe areas would include satisfaction at the workplace, motivation, empowerment, training and career development, support from management and leaders, clarity of objectives and tasks, peer interaction, health and safety at the workplace, and work-life balance. And again, we need to ensure that all the data is well analyzed and areas for concern and trigger points of satisfaction are identified. So in this example, our main areas of concern are empowerment, peer interaction, and work-life balance. And our areas of satisfaction are training activities, clarity of tasks assigned, and health and safety at the workplace. I now move on to the last group area, which is group companies. And the probe areas that I have taken into account are internal reporting, exchange of best practices, sharing of information, accessibility, mutual support, and shared resources. And once again, the areas for concern could be exchange of best practices, sharing of information, and mutual support. And areas of satisfaction may be internal reporting, accessibility, and shared resources. So with this, I've helped you understand various stakeholders that impact your business. Some of them are external to your business and some of them are internal to your business. So what's the whole story about? What one does at this stage is collate all the top areas of concern and put them together in the list. And these become our threats and weaknesses. We now move on to the top areas of satisfaction and put together the entire list that we got across all our different stakeholder groups, and these become our opportunities and strengths. In another session, I'll be explaining to you how to differentiate between threats and weaknesses and how to differentiate between opportunities and strengths. With this, I end the discussion on identifying and understanding the needs and expectations of our stakeholders. But before I close this session, I'm going to share with you a link that I found on delivering great customer experience. This link will also be available in the description, so you can click upon it and learn from other organizations how they have delivered excellent customer experience. And before I sign off, if you like this video, please hit the like button, share the video, and subscribe to it. And also remember to press the bell icon so that you're alerted on my next video. Thank you all once again. Happy New Year. Cheers.